Hi, I'm Ollie Rant. I'm here at the ☮ studio for their ☮ signatures. I've got a single coming out next year on their compilation, which has been compiled by Interplanetary Criminal. The track is called A Love Like. If you haven't heard it, go and check it out up now on SoundCloud. Get that SoundCloud. Yeah. Okay, so my first pick is this track by Q-ree Yus called Boost. It's on a label called Mentalist Recordings, which I found out about while I was working for ʟᴏᴏᴏ's Brownswood's label. It's a really jazzy garage two-step record, very off-kilter, very forward-thinking for the time. I think it came out in '99. It's quite hard and awkward to dance to, so it doesn't get played a lot outside of my radio shows. I'd highly recommend you go and check out any of the stuff on this label or by this producer. My next pick, I've got less of a story about this one really. Steve T, All I Want. All I want to know. Yeah, I just love this record. Everything that I enjoy about garage is on here. It's super loose, super sketchy, great vocals. I actually heard DJ Psychic play this first, so shout out to him. It's just a fantastic record. If you haven't heard it, go and listen. So yeah, I couldn't come to the ☮ studios without bringing the ☮ record. That would just be silly. So I've picked out one of my all-time favourites from the label by Lavonz, aka Lavonz. It's a track called Let Me Show You, the Dark Side Step Mix. My old flatmate many moons ago, I won't tell you how long ago, I'll be letting you know how old I am. A long time ago, my flatmate gave me this record, and it's when I first sort of started getting into digging properly and collecting. I've had it ever since, and since then I've actually gone on to work with James. We've made a lot of music together, and he's become a very close friend. So always be one of my favourite ☮ records. Alright, my next track is by Shut Up and Dance, local Hackney lads. It's called Moving Up, and it features an MC called ☮ aka ʟᴏᴏᴏ. Very accomplished singer-songwriter. A lot of stuff with Purple Disco Machine recently, but before that he was a wicked garage MC. This is a great record. I play it nearly every set. Super heavy, great vocal. Yeah, shout out MC ☮, shout out Shut Up and Dance. My final pick, if you know me and you know my DJ sets, you'll know I play this one every single time. Kalani Bob Remegel, and the track's called Hot and Wet. Hot, wet, rhythmic movements, hot, wet, rhythmic movements, hot, wet. And it's off their Cheese and Pickle EP2, which I bought because I couldn't afford the EP1. It's super expensive. And then I found this track on the second side. Oh no, it's on the A side, the second track called Hot and Wet. It's got an a cappella from Chantel. I think the track's called ☮ which is used on loads of UK garage tracks and speed garage songs. This is absolutely the best use of it I've heard. It always goes off. It's just got a super sassy vocal, beat goes hard, and it's got this really simple like one-line synth, gets everyone going. Doesn't leave the record bag. If you're a DJ and you don't have this, go and buy a copy. It's so good. Thank you for listening to my ☮ signature. It was really fun picking out my favourite tracks. I hope you guys can go away and check some of them out. I love sitting here talking about it. So shout out to the ☮ guys for having me. Shout out to the compilation and everybody on it that's coming out next year. I can't wait. And yeah, thanks for having me. That'll do.
I'm sure you can get something with that, right?